Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Today's What Are We Eating video is going to be a little bit different than our normal What Are We Eating videos. Today, we're not going to be reviewing highly processed foods that contain foreign meat slurry concoctions or heart-stopping amounts of sodium, but rather, we're going to be going over the difference between goulash and chop suey. But when I say goulash, I'm not talking about the traditional Hungarian goulash, which is basically a beef stew. And when I say chop suey, I'm not talking about the traditional Chinese chop suey, which is also a type of stew with meat and vegetables. But today, I'm going to show you how to make and the difference in American goulash, which is a one-pot meal that typically includes ground beef, pasta, tomatoes, and seasonings. It's often made with macaroni or egg noodles and can be seasoned with onions, garlic, Italian seasoning, and paprika. Some recipes also include cheese. And American chop suey, which is a pasta casserole of ground beef, macaroni, and tomato sauce that originated in New England in the late 1800s. It's a comfort food dish that's also known by other names, including American goulash, Johnny Marzetti, Chili Mac, and Macaroni Red. You see, these dishes are so similar that they call American chop suey American goulash. And I'm sure there's people out there that call American goulash American chop suey, which visually they look almost identical, but there is a difference. Are you, the people, as confused as I am yet? So let's get started and make the American goulash first.
In a large skillet over medium-high heat, I'm going to add 2 pounds of lean ground beef. And then I'm going to break it up with my spatula and brown it until it's cooked through. And once all the ground beef is brown, if you have any excess grease, go ahead and drain it. And then add chopped yellow onion, chopped bell pepper, and some chopped garlic. Give this all a good mix and let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes, just until the vegetables begin to soften. Now add 2 cans of diced tomatoes, followed by a large can of tomato sauce, water, Italian seasoning, bay leaves, soy sauce, and I know it doesn't seem like it makes sense, but trust me, it works. And black pepper, and I'm not going to add any salt until the end due to the salt in the soy sauce. Now give it all a good mix and bring it up to a simmer. And once it comes up to a simmer, reduce the heat to medium-low, cover, and let it simmer for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, remove the lid and give it a good mix. Now I'm adding 1 pound of uncooked elbow macaroni. Give it a good mix to get it well combined. Bring it back up to a simmer, cover, and let it cook for about 25 minutes until the pasta is tender and the liquid is absorbed. If you want your goulash to be more saucy, add a little bit more tomato sauce and water. After simmering for 25 minutes with the lid on, our goulash is done. All the liquid is absorbed and the noodles are tender. Give it a good mix, remove the bay leaves, and you're ready to serve. And there you have it, American style goulash. It's simple, it's easy, it's inexpensive, and it's delicious.
Now, let's make the American chop suey.
In a large skillet over medium-high heat, add 80-20 ground beef. And in my opinion, it's mandatory to use at the least 80-20 ground beef. Like you've heard me say 100 times before, fat equals flavor, and you need the fat for flavor and moisture, and lean ground beef has neither, and it also has a gritty texture. But who am I to tell you what to eat and how to eat it? If you want to eat boring, dry, bland food, go right ahead and use lean ground beef. Or better yet, eat a can of SpaghettiOs. Now break the ground beef apart and brown it for about 5 minutes. Now once all the ground beef is browned through, drain some of the fat, but not all of it. You want some of the fat for flavor, but you also don't want too much fat to where your dish is greasy. And then add some butter, yellow onion, bell pepper, and fresh garlic, straight from the jar. Now saute for 2 to 3 minutes until the onions and bell pepper begin to sweat. Then add tomato paste, tomato juice, tomato sauce, and diced tomatoes. Well, that pretty much covers all the canned tomato products in the store, except for stewed tomatoes. Ooh, those sound good too. Now let's add some seasoning with basil, black pepper, oregano, sugar, and a little bit of salt. Now give it all a good mix, bring it up to a boil, then reduce the heat to medium-low and let it simmer uncovered for 25 to 30 minutes. And then add 1 pound of cooked but not yet fully tender elbow macaroni. Now mix the elbow macaroni in with the sauce and let it cook for another 5 minutes or so, or just until the elbow macaroni is tender. And there you have it, American chopped suey. Inexpensive, hearty, filling, and very delicious.
Visually and recipe-wise, which one did you, the people, like the best? I like them both. They're almost equally as good, but I actually prefer the goulash over the chop suey. If you haven't tried them both, go ahead and give them a try, and let me know which one you like the best. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.